Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Associated Press written by Lisa Mascaro and Mary Clark Jelonic. Now it says it was published 2 hours ago at almost 3 a.m. on Saturday the 18th. But this originally came out on the 17th. And instead of putting, oh yeah, we edited it, they're trying to make it like they, put a whole new thing out. So anyway. Step by step, Democrats play the long game against Trump. I love how the legacy media and the Democrats and the left in general are trying to portray this as that the Democrats are now playing the long game. It isn't, we screwed the pooch, we blew our load too early, found out there ain't shit, and now we're up a creek without a paddle. And we're just trying to spin this and survive. No, they're playing the long game now. Excuse me. Let's get into the article here. First came the sternly worded letters, then the subpoenas, now the votes to hold Trump administration officials in contempt of Congress. Where? And they're not going to get them in contempt. Oh my God. The Senate's going to laugh at them. And there's also the fact that they're trying to say this is a constitutional crisis because they are wanting unreasonable things like an unredacted, including grand jury information, which is like the only thing redacted, Mueller report, which it's illegal to give them that information on the grand jury. They want Barr to be grilled by a bunch of sleazy fucking lawyers that they think are going to manage to find something because they're too stupid to be able to do it themselves. They're still trying to pursue this witch hunt. They're going after Trump's taxes. They're doing all this stupid shit. And Trump fighting back to them is saying, look, you people are being spurging idiots. You've already found no delusion. There's no collusion. It's a delusion. And they decided to, instead of coming back to sanity, to become more deluded. Oh my God. As House Democrats plot ahead investigating President Donald Trump against unprecedented stonewalling by the White House, they are pursuing a long game strategy that's playing out in the committee rooms and the courthouse and in the court of public opinion. And it's going to take time. No, it's not playing out in their favor. All right. This is the thing, because they're saying that Trump should just fucking comply with their subpoenas. And he has a right to fight them. Other presidents have done it. Obama fought subpoenas. He did it like with Benghazi and other things. Trump has a right to defend himself from their bullshit. And they're trying to make it like it's a constitutional crisis because he won't bend over and let us fuck him up the ass. That's not how it works. You whiny infantile children. The court of public opinion is also in Trump's favor at this point because it's like you people are acting like retarded, spoiled children when it comes to the left and the Democrats. More and more people are waking up to your bullshit going, I'm sick of this. I'm just going to vote for him out of spite because of you assholes. I know people that are like that now. Some Democrats say the administration's blockade is leaving them almost no choice but to open up an impeachment inquiry, not necessarily to impeach Trump, but as part of a legal strategy to force the administration to comply with the request for documents and testimony. So basically what this person is getting at, the person who's talking about it, in Congress, is that they're going to abuse the power of impeachment so that they can get information. Then they're not even going to impeach him. And they're saying Trump is causing a constitutional crisis. When the Democrats are talking about abusing impeachment powers like that, that is a constitutional crisis. Not Trump trying to defend himself and trying to stop a witch hunt that already went on for 2 years and had millions upon millions of dollars sunk into it. Jesus Christ. We really do live in clown world. Things are coming to a tipping point, said Rep. Jamie Raskin, Democrat, Maryland, a member of the Judiciary Committee. We're running out of options, said another on the panel. Rep. Val Demings, Democrat, Florida. I think we're on the road, said Rep. Jared Huffman, Democrat, California. Yeah, you notice all these Democrats? They're like, he won't just do what we want him to do. We're coming to a tipping point where we're going to have to spurg out. We're running out of options. We're going to have to spurg out. I think we're on the road to spurging out. That's what those translate to. Freaking morons. They think the American people are going to buy this shit. They don't realize that they're waking up more and more people to them being retarded morons. The only people that are going along with this and want it to happen at this point are the Kool-Aid drinkers. And you know what? At some point, you're going to lose more and more people from your little cult there. And you're going to have less of them drinking that delicious arsenic-laced Kool-Aid. Speaker Nancy Pelosi ratcheted up the pressure this week when faced with a 12-page letter from the White House counsel saying Congress had no legislative purpose in its investigations, shot back what the purpose could, in fact, be for impeaching the president. You need an actual legitimate reason to bring about impeachment, you dumb bitch, which is why you've been like, well, maybe we should slow down on the impeachment thing. Jesus H. Christ. And you don't have a legislative purpose. You have no legal purpose except, well, we want to nail Trump's balls to the wall, so we're just going to ask for his taxes. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We want. And you have no actual legal legislative purpose to do what you're doing, except that you want Trump out of office, which has no actual basis in legal or the legal legislative purpose. Idea of a legal legislative purpose, I mean. We hope we don't have to do that, Pelosi said. We want to see what we can get respectfully. You've been disrespectful, spurging fucking idiots for over 2 years. Now you want to get stuff respectfully? No, you're like, hand this over or else. And because Trump is going, no, I don't want to. Take me to court. You don't like that. First we ask, then we subpoena friendly, then we subpoena otherwise, and then we see what we can get. So, translation, first we ask is first we demand. We get told no. Then we subpoena friendly, which I don't know how you can do something like subpoena someone in a friendly manner. Then we subpoena otherwise, meaning then we spurg out more and we subpoena some more and some more and some more. And then we see what we can get from being spurging idiots. That's what that translates to. Democrats say they're not ready to impeach the president, but opening an impeachment inquiry would provide legal weight to their investigations that would be tougher for the administration to ignore. Oh my God. No, it wouldn't. It would not add any legal weight. Opening an impeachment investigation does not add legal weight to the case. The idea of adding legal weight would be having actual fucking evidence and compiling more and more and more of it. That's the legal weight to do something. You don't have the legal weight to even open an impeachment proceeding. You're literally you want them to open an impeachment proceeding to find something because you have absolutely nothing at this point. That's not what the founding fathers intended. You demented, deranged, Trump-hating dipshits. That's not how it's supposed to work. Oh my God. Already a judge has indicated last week Congress may have a right to review some of Trump's financial documents. No, they have no reason to. They have no legal grounds to. So you have some activist judge that was appointed by a Clinton or an Obama or by a neocon Bush saying this shit. Okay. It'll go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court will probably go, fuck you. That's not how it works. As Trump instructs his White House to reject the request from Congress, more legal battles are coming. Alan Lichtman, a professor at American University who wrote a book on impeachment, said that the administration's arguments for blocking Congress would likely go by the wayside in court if the House were in an impeachment inquiry. The Constitution gives the House the sole power to impeach, which stretches even beyond its traditional oversight role. It is one thing for Trump to say the White House won't respond to Congress. It is another for the administration to defy a court order to turn over documents. Now, this is what's funny. Because they have absolutely nothing. They find this guy, Alan Lichtman. They appeal to his authority because he wrote some book on impeachment, probably resulting from the fact of his Trump derangement. And because of that, of course, he's going to give an answer that they want to push this bullshit narrative. That's exactly what this is right here. It's fucking hilarious. And this idea of Administration looking to block Congress would like to go by the wayside in court. Bullshit, because if they are acting extrajudiciously beyond their powers, that whole idea of checks and balances, a court can say, yeah, you fucking idiots have exceeded your powers, go fuck yourselves. That's how the whole checks and balances thing works. Holy shit. But of course they had to find this Trump deranged dipshit who's like, I'm an expert on impeachment. The court has been very, very wary of interfering in the impeachment power, Lichtman said. This is really a case of where one branch of government rules. No, they have been wary of interfering in it because they have not had the grounds necessary for them to chime in and act as a, checks and balance for Congress, for the House in particular. They've not had to do that. But in this case, they might just decide to chime in. You idiots. You don't realize that, though. Pelosi, though, signaled she is in no rush to get there. Well, of course not, because they're still going to find nothing. They see this shit could possibly blow up in their faces. They're not willing to rush into it at this point now. But they're willing to use it for rhetoric. Next week, there will be more steps in the process as Congress delves into Trump's finances and possible obstruction of special counsel Robert Mueller's probe into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Bullshit. You idiots are literally trying to take him complaining on Twitter about the Russian witch hunt and claim that's obstruction of justice. Give me a break. Adam Schiff, the chairman of the Intelligence Committee, said the panel will be taking an enforcement action against Attorney General William Barr or the Justice Department after they refused to hand over an unredacted version of Mueller's report and other documents, leaving out the fact that, as I've said in other videos, and I believe I've already said here, it's against the law for the information that was redacted to be released. Because the idea is you're supposed to protect the grand juries, members of the grand jury, those testifying before the grand jury, all those things. It's done to protect them. And an even bigger kick in the ass is you can go in front of a grand jury and get a ham sandwich indicted. And they couldn't get Trump indicted. But yet this testimony and everything else that was redacted from the grand jury report, section of it, that they won illegally is supposedly going to hang Trump. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. If Trump was a ham sandwich, they couldn't even indict him. And you can go into any grand jury in this country and pretty much indict a ham sandwich. I mean, come on now. And this idea of what's pissing you off about Barr, Schiff, is you wanted him in front of a bunch of attorneys being grilled instead of being questioned by Congress, you sleazebag. Schiff wouldn't say what the action would be. Options could include voting to recommend Barr be held in contempt of Congress, as the Judiciary Committee has done, among others. Schiff said he will be conferring with House lawyers on the strategy. Well, yeah, of course he's going to. Because he's looking to have any sleazy little way that he can try to spin this in his favor. And it's probably not going to work out that way for him. But as a federal court moved quickly in the case in which Trump is attempting to block Congress from his financial records. But as a federal court moved quickly in the case in which Trump is attempting to block Congress from his financial records, Schiff said, what we have seen thus far has been very encouraging. Oh, you mean like when you were making claims that you were seeing very encouraging evidence that proved without a doubt that there was Russian collusion and everything else? Schiff, you're about as believable as a sleazy used car salesman, dude. Just saying. Actually, no. I would trust a sleazy used car salesman over you. The chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Rep. Richard Neal, Democrat Mass., said that he was consulting with legal counsel after Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin failed to comply with the panel's subpoena for Trump's tax returns. Ha ha, poor baby. You were told no. They're like petulant, spoiled children who had been told yes, 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 and are now being told no. They're throwing temper tantrums. They're spurging out. There is no reason that they need Trump's tax returns. They're not going to find anything in there that relates to Russia or some form of collusion. They know this. What they're hoping is they're going to find something that's shady, shifty, illegal, that's, not above board in some way, and they're going to use that to go after him. So this is literally a fishing expedition. And they don't see that there's a problem with that, because you have to be, treated innocent until proven guilty. And they're going, you're guilty, and you got to prove you're innocent. And because you're guilty, you're going to hand this shit over to us. They don't understand. That's not how things work. It really isn't. Freaking idiots. They think that people buy into this shit. I'm just some guy in front of my fucking, laptop here. Got this page open on one screen. I got my recording set up on the other screen. And I'm able to debunk this shit. With common sense. And bringing back past stuff that's been reported on. And I throw my 2 cents in and make them look like idiots, or at least I think I do, by calling out their shit and showing where it's wrong. At least, I'm no Sargon of Akkad, thank God. Sorry, couldn't resist. At least I'm smart enough to not tweet something like, I wouldn't even rape Schiff. Or I wouldn't even rape Nancy Pelosi. I'm sorry, I don't know why I find that so funny. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even rape her, but yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not stupid enough to do something like that, I don't think. Thank God. Oh, God. And the Judiciary Committee will weigh options if former White House counsel Don McGahn fails to comply with subpoenas to testify by Tuesday. I love this one. They're getting told no, and they're like, well, we got to figure out what we're going to do. They don't have this power. They got to go to court. All right. And they don't want to do that. They just want these people to show up so that they can grill them, get the shit that they want, and have the unredacted Mueller report. And they don't want to have to go to court and explain themselves, because they know if it goes to court, odds are they're not going to win, because they're acting extrajudiciously. And a judge will say that. That's the whole point of having checks and balances. And that's one thing they're trying to avoid, is having that checks and balance situation with the judiciary branch coming into play. The step-by-step approach is part of a broader strategy by House Democrats to methodically pursue their inquiries while giving the administration multiple opportunities to comply. That's not what that is. It's basically, we're on a witch hunt. We're going to try to get information in any which way we can. And you have a choice. You can comply with us, or we're going to try to make your lives a living hell. That's what that is. For some, it can't come fast enough as they consider the option of opening impeachment proceedings. Yes, the spurging idiots who are hoping that by opening impeachment proceedings, without any actual grounds to impeach, they'll find evidence to impeach. That's not how the Founding Fathers intended impeachment, or our legal system, whether it's in the courts or it's in Congress on the note of, say, impeachment. It's not how they intended things to operate. But see, they've wiped their ass with the Constitution. They've, blown their noses with it. And I hope they did it the other way, noses first and then wipe their asses. But they've done that with the Constitution. And now they're trying to use procedures set up in the Constitution after disrespecting the intent of it and what it says that's supposed to be done, to use it to their advantage at this point, because they want the evil, bad Trump out of office. Everybody says impeachment, and they're like, oh, you're going to impeach the president? That's not what we're talking about. Yes, that's exactly what you're talking about. Opening up impeachment proceedings is you intend to impeach the president, not use it as a means to gather evidence, hoping that you can impeach him, or use evidence to go after him on other fronts and do obstruction and all this other stupid shit. That's not what it's meant for. So when you say you're opening impeachment proceedings, the intent is we're going to impeach him. We're talking about an inquiry with an impeachment inquiry. That might give us more tools to get the information that the administration is refusing to provide to a collegial branch of government, said Rep. Pramila Jayapal, Democrat, Washington. That's a complete twisting of what an impeachment proceeding is, an impeachment investigation is. If you are opening up an impeachment inquiry, you are declaring the intent to impeach. And you are now, oh my God. Well, we're not talking about impeachment. No, if you open up an impeachment inquiry, your intent is to impeach because you have evidence that warrants an investigation before you actually do the physical impeachment. Jesus H. Christ, you people are so pathetic that you actually think this shit will fly. It's so sad that you think this shit will like work with the majority of Americans. It'll work with your dumbed down dipshits that vote for you, but that's about it. So as the administration continues to do what they're doing, I think there are more and more people, and it isn't just progressives, who feel this is unattainable, she said. Oh, untenable. Sorry, I don't know. It is unattainable. I don't know why I confused the two. Freudian slip on looking at what they're thinking. No, you see, this isn't working in your favor. The administration, what they're doing? You mean booming economy, telling China to go fuck themselves and actually looking out for American workers? You mean those things? Those get you votes. They don't get you an impeachment, you dumb shit. Members of Congress, like the American people, are exhausted by all this drama, said Huffman. They wish it would all go away, he said. I don't think we have the luxury of that option. Not with this administration, not with the offenses we've seen, not with the daily and weekly institutional challenges that are coming our way. Excuse me. Yeah, the American people are exhausted by all this drama. They're sick and tired of it. They want all you spurging idiots to just fucking shut up and do your goddamn jobs. Okay? And you members of Congress, if you're exhausted by all the drama, stop creating it. Oh my God. What a novel concept. One that's obviously foreign to you. And you don't have this luxury of the option of just letting it go because you've banked everything on your Trump derangement shit and now it's put up or shut up. What offenses have you seen? He's complained on Twitter. He has not done anything illegal. There was no collusion. What offenses are you talking about, Huffman? Oh, that's right. Imaginary ones that you're pulling out of your ass. I mean, this is some funny shit. I mean, you just look at them here. They're really trying to spin this. They really want you to believe that they're getting fucked, that they're not having anything, that the president is fighting back and not allowing them to bend him over, is them playing the long game. Because they're losing, and they don't want people to realize that they're losing. It's funny. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.